Hey guys, welcome back to another Mythic Legions figure review. This time we have Swigg, the Goblin Alchemist, I guess. So, this is what it looks like in the window packaging. Again, it's very sunny, so you'll have to excuse it. This is the bio card. Let's crack Swigg open. We'll get it done. Okay, so this is Swigg. Now, I have a confession. I don't collect goblins. Probably never will. They're just not my thing. A bit like orcs. I sort of have a love-hate relationship with orcs. I'd love to have a little orc army, but there's other figures in the line I'd rather collect. So you might be thinking, Dangs, why did you buy a goblin? And it's because of the pieces. I see a lot of potential in these pieces. A lot of potential. So, we're going to look at the figure, and then I'm going to take it apart, and I'm going to get rid of the green bits. And there we go. Now, what thing I love about Swigg when we do our close-ups is I love all the oversized pieces. We've got this oversized belt, usually found on a 1.0 figure. I love like the bronze and metallic-y armor. We've got the soft goods, which are awesome. I already have a custom in mind for these soft goods. We've got boots as opposed to feet. Big fan of that, believe me. And again, talking of oversized pieces, we'll go through the accessories quick because that sort of is a nice little segue. Got the nice pauldrons. These are usually found on the Alithia Wave figures. These were with Valak and Krotos, I believe, off the top of my head. But these are the same as Valak. I think they're amazing. I love them. Just think they're so cool. Nice, like, actual leather-looking pauldrons. He also has this awesome bone-esque sword. I love this. I know exactly which custom this is going on as well. I just looked at Swigg and I knew what I was doing with the figure before I even had the figure in hand. Bandolier as well, because of course. This is my first time having this accessory and I actually really dig this. A little knife with a sheath. I love that. More figures should come with sheaths. I promise you, I buy figures just to buy sheaths. Which sounds like a waste, but honestly, if we look at my Warden, I bought 2 Valaks just to get 2 sheaths to put on the back. I just think it makes the figure look way more complete. So we've done our close-up. We'll have a look at the little head sculpt. We've got the yellowy eyes with the awesome-looking teeth and the massive grin. Love the ears poking outside of the hood. Of course, we've got the green hands and nails. So this is Swigg. We've also got this awesome 2.0 armor. So Swigg, as I just said, is a 2.0 figure. He's akin to the, I believe it was, I want to say, Advent of the Caves when these figures were introduced. But he is dwarven size because he is a goblin, which we'll do when we see our comparisons. Now, articulation-wise, Swigg is a standard Mythic Legion. We have the head Swigg of all. You know how this goes now if you've seen any of my reviews. Arms that come out like such. Single-jointed elbows. We do have the casual forearm swivel. We also have the wrist swivel and a hand that's just fallen out but hasn't snapped, so that's all okay. That is good. Turns out this figure is a lot looser than I thought in some places. Let's just pop his hand back in. One thing to be of note, and it hasn't happened with this figure per se yet. These little elbow pads. On my Lady Averona, they fell off like straight out of the box. There's just a massive hole. Here you go. Massive hole. Happened on both my Lady Averonas. So far so good on Swigg. No damage, they don't seem that loose. Just something to be a little careful of. I don't know if it was just a Lady Averona issue or if it's a like common thing with these sort of elbow pads. So just be wary of that. He does, of course, have single jointed, or sorry, not single jointed, ball joint in the torso. Allows you to pop them apart. The legs come up like this. They don't really go to the side, restricted a lot by the soft goods. But we do have the knees that bend. Like such, mine are very stiff down. And of course the casual rocker. So let us get Swigg all kitted out and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is Swigg in all his glory. Now I've only put one pauldron on and I've left it on loosely so you can see just how oversized it is compared to what usually comes with a 2.0 figure. If you saw my last review where we did Xenothon, that's the regular like 2.0 style pauldron. You can see the size difference. There's a few goblins that actually come in these oversized pauldrons and they fit perfectly between 1.0 and 2.0. And I think it does add to the figure a lot. We have got the sword going through the bandolier. It is a bit of a tight fit. Not because the sword is too big itself, but obviously this part here. So just be careful. Don't damage anything. The other good part is these belts have little slots for you to slot the daggers and stuff in, which is why I really enjoy them. In fact, with All Star 6 just being announced, they're actually in a belt pack, so that's something to keep an eye on if you really dig these belts. But overall, Swigg, for a goblin, I actually quite like it, which I didn't think I'd say. I thought I was going to get it in hand, think it was a bit crap, pull it apart. But for a figure that isn't part of my taste or collection, I actually really like it. I like it a lot. Now, as I said, Swigg is a goblin, so he is a 2.0 smaller scale figure. So let's compare him to my dwarf, who is a 1.0 size scale figure. Much smaller in height, but as you can see, they are the same size, just about. The dwarf is a little bit taller, but not by much, but that's how it would look. If we compare it to a regular size 1.0, this is Dubin. You can see the massive height difference. It's ginormous, minus the hairband. If we compare it to a regular 2.0 figure, you can see the frames are the same, but the height is significantly different. But these are figures you could pull apart, like torso-wise or like upper body, put together and they would match. And of course, for our final comparison, we have the McFarlane Toys Green Lantern and the DC Direct Logain. You can see the height difference here is ginormous, especially McFarlane to the Goblin. So that is Swigg, guys. If you have enjoyed, please drop the video a like, counts me amazingly. If you're new and you're not subscribed but you'd like to, that'd also be amazing. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.